Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching the video. Today's video is literally just a review of the motorhome that we use. It's a Chausson 660, so look out for a review of the inside and the out, good and bad. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a little magic trick. Okay, in today's video, we're going to show you around our Chausson 660 line, etape line. We've had the van 12 months and we've probably done just over 10,000 miles. Loads of extras on it, so we're going to give you a tour and our honest review about how the van is. And I must admit, I will give you the good things and the bad, show you all the extras we've had on and of course why. So hopefully you'll enjoy the video. So starting in the front, we've got those beautiful laser lamps which we added on. We went to the factory in Harlow in Essex to get those fitted. They did a fantastic job. We got a great deal from the motor show when we went to the motor show. The actual opening of the bonnet there is this black space there. You put your key in, turn to the left, then turn to the right, and the bonnet will open. So moving round to the side of the vehicle, these are a godsend. Mirror protectors, buy them. They're not cheap, 100 quid, but the damage to the mirror, if you damage it, is obviously going to cost you a lot more than that. They're very securely fitted. The dealer fitted those for us, and they said they can be a bit of a nightmare. There is a tight fitting, but the nice thing is no one's going to pinch them, and that of course security wise for thieving and of course protection wise for the mirror, godsend. So we had those installed straight away. Now this is 6.99 meters long and 2.35 meters wide with the mirrors folded in. With the mirrors folded out, 2.52 meters. So again, you just be aware of that. Obviously when you come to signs, etc, etc. We've driven all over the place. We've never really had any major problems. When we went across the Ballochnabar in Scotland, a couple of times we had to put the mirrors in, but again, no real problems whatsoever. Moving along, we've got the LPG gas, which was installed. We paid extra to put that in the beginning rather than use the bottle gas. In hindsight, not really worth it for us. We don't use that much gas, to be honest. The only gas we use is on the cooker. The fridge isn't operated by gas. It's a compressor fridge, so that's only operated obviously when we're driving, keeping it at temperature, or of course on electric hookup. So from that point of view, over a 12-month period, and we've done just over 10,000 miles now, I think it's cost us about £12 in gas. So from that point of view, we'd have been just okay using the gas bottles, but it's there anyway. Barbecue point, we've only used once, but basically you can plug your barbecue in there. You can't fill your gas from there, it's not a filler, but if you've got an outside barbecue, then just pop it into there and away you go. This is your gas filler, so that's where if you go to the LPG, again, so we're lucky where we live, there's a couple of places where you can just stop up, but sometimes you can stop up at a filling station. Just download the app and that'll tell you exactly where the gas stations are. And if you're going to go for a distance, just keep it topped up. But as I say, from our point of view with this, we're not using a great deal of gas, so that's something not really at the top of the agenda. Moving forward, of course, we've got the habitation door here. We've also got the WC there. Try not to bang that. We use the Aquachem blue sachets, which are quite good. So rather than measure it out, you literally just drop one of the sachets in. And again, it does a job. It's clean, it's fresh smelling, and it basically does the job. Your toilet cassette, of course, just slides in and out there. No problems with that one. At the back of the vehicle, we've got quite a large garage, which I'll show you now. So here's the garage. We've got a large door on this side. Excuse the mess inside, but there's the inside of the garage there. I'll show you there. And you've also got the facility, if you wanted to, these shelves do lift up, and you can just clip them to have a tall side. So if you've got like a kayak or anything, you can fit that in quite comfortably. There is power points inside, lighting, electric sockets, etc, etc, and you have got access to the garage from the inside of the vehicle if you need it. So that's the garage. Next time we view that, I'll have it tidy for you. Again, on the back of the vehicle, obviously we haven't got the bike rack fitted, but they've got the facility for the bike rack if necessary there. Now one thing I didn't show you on the way there, I might as well show you while we're here. On the above the door, there's the awning light, and to the left there's another light. Now that light is added on because what we basically did, we added on CCTV, 360 CCTV, and we've got it set up with the lights extra that if anybody walks past the vehicle at night, there will be a warning light. In other words, it's a sort of deterrent, if you like, hopefully. The cameras will be on anyway, but the light is on, and of course if the light's on, the recording is obviously a lot better, because in low light sometimes you can struggle, but it's more security. There are three lights, one on the side there. There is also a light again above at the top of the vehicle with another camera. The light at the top facing down, that's a brake light. And on the passenger side, there's another camera there fixed up with a light above it. So again, if anybody walks past the vehicle, the light comes on. All three lights don't come on together. It's just really, it just senses movement. And then of course, you're recording anyway, but it's more a security. And I think they were like £150, and I thought better to have them than to not, if you like. On this side, you've got another way of getting into the garage. Same mess on that side was what there is on the other. So that's the inside of the garage. Now on the side of the vehicle here, you've got shower point. So again, if you've got dogs, as we've got two, you can sort of have a shower ourselves if you like, if you want to, or of course if you've gone for a walk and the dogs are a bit muddy, you can obviously rinse them off. Lost the words then. Now this is the water. I'll open this for you. Let me put my there, press the two. Then it was open, so what I've basically done is just lock it. So there's the water, and to fill the water, you literally just pull that out there, turn that, push it in, and away you go there. So again, nice and easy. This is your electric hookup. So again, off grid. You won't need that, but if you're hooked up, that's your electric hookup. And the white box here, that's your heater, the gas there. So if you do put the heating on, which is diesel heater, if you use the, if you want to use hot water heated up by gas, then obviously what you will do is remove that before it operates. If you don't remove it, it doesn't cause any damage because it just won't work. So again, there is safety features built in. Again, I don't need to teach how to suck eggs. Use your fuel pipe and your AdBlue into there. And again, as you can see, the mirror protectors on that side there. So now we'll take you inside the vehicle. So there we are. This is now on the inside of the vehicle. Let's put some lights on, have a little bit more light for us. Where should we start? We'll start with the cab, shall we? So we'll start on the inside cab area. We've got two captain seats, and when we point to the front, there we are. Now, I've got a little bit of a complaint, to be fair, because it's a great entertainment system, a nice big screen. It does everything, but the only thing it doesn't do is you cannot program the measurements of the vehicle. So obviously it's just Google Maps or Apple AirPlay, whichever you go, but it doesn't really give you any. I know you can get apps, etc., but I'd rather have it built in. I mean, to be honest, for what it would have cost, I would have expected Ford to put that in, to be fair. I appreciate it's for the Ford Transit, but at the end of the day, obviously, as I say, I would have thought they would have done that. Because of that, I know I can get an app on there, but I've got a separate sat nav there, and if I know I'm going to a place I've not been before, I'll switch that on, put the measurements in, and that makes sure I don't get into any difficulties down country lanes, etc, etc. Power steering, of course, that's standard. We've got the 8-speed automatic gearbox, which again is easy. It's nice to drive, comfortable drive, no problems in that one. And then the screen to the right there, this is my favourite gimmick. This is the 360 cameras. Now basically that's the shot, and that's a live action from above, and that's behind. If I press the button below that dashboard, that can give me various distances. So that's from the front of the vehicle. That's obviously looking down. So if I'm pushing forward to a tight place, I can see exactly how much distance I've got. That's the rear of the vehicle, of course, with the measurements there. And them's the 4 camera angles. So I've got above. So from a security point of view, when we're parked up, I've got the above view there, so I can see all round the vehicle, and I've got the 4 cameras front, back, and both sides. Every part of it is now being recorded, and again in the evening I have it set where somebody walks past, the light first of all comes on, and I can actually watch from the camera. So from a security point of view, definitely worthwhile having. And it, to be fair, even on a driving view, put that back to where it was, even when you're driving you can see everything behind. You haven't got the camera on the rear mirror. It works really well. That's one of the best gadgets we've had, actually. I like that. My favourite gadget, and probably the one we've used the most, is the automatic levelers, which we installed again from the dealership. Absolutely wouldn't go without them now. Takes about 2 minutes to get the van from completely sort of arriving to absolutely level. We got the M level system. As you can see there, that's raised in the front there. Absolutely brilliant piece of kit. There we are, our levelling complete. And what you can do, you can program it where you can manually, you can adjust the left, the right, etc, etc, the whole lot. So even if you wanted to change a wheel, you can lift up one side of the van and do it that way. But completely safe, and absolutely, Lynn always knows when we've got the levelers up, because she says the water goes down the middle of the sink, okay. So again, that was possibly, that was the first thing we installed, to be honest. And as I say, the guys at M Level have been absolutely fantastic. Now, one of our favourite features, which really pushed us towards this, we like the room, but we do watch a lot of TV, Netflix, YouTube, the usual stuff. We like the fact that we can put the TV inside the unit. That's a 32-inch TV, that, so we've got plenty of nice. We like our big screens, probably because we can't see, but that slides away there absolutely beautifully. We enjoy that. Plenty of cupboard space up there. Inside this one we've got Wi-Fi, got Wi-Fi fitted in. We use the smart Wi-Fi. Again, 20 quid a month, we always get great Wi-Fi. I know you can hotspot it from your phone, but you don't always get a great reception, or we don't anyway. I'm with Vodafone, and it's okay, but not great. Whereas with the Wi-Fi there, you can download stuff, etc, etc, without any worries. We've also got the TV aerial. Don't use that much to be fair, because we're using Wi-Fi and obviously downloading a lot. And we've got extra solar panel on the roof, so we've got 200 watts of solar panel on the roof, all there. So again, lots of cupboard space along the top there. So we've had the TV on the right there, On the left, there's our lounge area with, of course, the coffee table. I like the coffee table because that's really good. It can be manoeuvred around sort of that direction, but the nice thing about it, you can open it up there. So if you're dining, you can manoeuvre that round as you wish. So I must admit that does the job there. And even better, in the kitchen area, we have got a button which we can raise the table or lower the table to whichever is comfortable for us. Got the electric drop down bed. Again, two things we really requested when we wanted to purchase a van. We wanted a drop down bed, and that comes down there like that. And we also wanted a lot of space in the garage, which we've got. So there's the electric bed and the table. Plenty of room there. Now then, moving to the back, we've got the kitchen area there. Plenty of storage space. Again, plenty of cupboard space. By the way, there is seating covers, space under the seats there for another storage area. We've got the drawers here. Easy close, so you just push it, press the button, and that locks them. Dirty dish in the sink. Oh, for goodness sake, that's because I had a coffee earlier on. The hob, got 2 gas burners and 1 electric. And then turn to the side here, we've got the shower and toilet. So there, and what that basically does there, if we flick that unit there, let's try and do this with one hand. I'm probably going to struggle here, hang on. I'll use the other hand there for a second, sorry for not, and that now comes round into your shower area there, and that locks into position there, or you can swing it back and that locks into position there. Fridge, nice standard large fridge. Pictures of our recent trip to Scotland on the fridge there. And again, storage above the fridge. Then you've got your controls above there. I won't go through the workings of all the controls, but everything works fine. Everything does what it should to do. It gives you the guidance of everything, basically, how much water you've got, the battery levels. This unit here, that's the diesel heater, or Chausson clock. Inside there, top right, we've got inside CCTV. So again, with an app, I can see what's going on at all times. If there's anything movement inside the vehicle, I'll get a recording sent to the app, and I can see that everything is okay. So we've got a lot of extras fitted, which works for us. Maybe we've probably gone over the top, but you know, we've got an expensive van, and it's a sort of like it's the old deterrent. It's the old deterrent, isn't it? To make sure, yeah, they're going to look at it and think it's too much security. Let's go elsewhere. Now the downside to the inside, I'll put that table back. The downside, the seating area. It's lovely. It's very nice, but not very comfy, unfortunately. That's the big downside. You've got these chairs here, which are magnetically fixed there. You've also got underfloor heating. There's a button there that only works when you're plugged in. And again, another seat there, which is magnetically attached to the side. You just pull out. But the seating, captain seats, very, very comfortable. That seating, not so comfortable at all. And I must admit, we are looking at maybe getting that replaced to a comfier seating setup. So yeah, a little bit more thought could have gone into that. It looks comfortable to start with, but the reality is not very comfortable whatsoever. But listen, it doesn't spoil the enjoyment of the van. The lighting is very pleasant, all LED lights everywhere, and of course you've got hidden LED lights all over the place. You've got side there, USB ports and Type-C charging areas on both sides there. Another light there, again, charging points. There's another charging point above there, behind the curtain here. Look, there's a hidden switch, on the same on the other side, just behind the curtain. There's a hidden switch there. We don't really use those lights, to be fair. I don't know about you guys, but we tend to find that with the lighting, we keep it on low unless it's really dark and you're looking for something. We keep it really, really low. And then move into the back of the unit. We've got the mirrors there. That's it, someone getting in the way there. Open the door there. That's it. Yeah, there is a downside to this. Now, it looks very great. So when we first saw it, we thought, that's great. Hanging area there, loads of storage space, 2 drawers, which swing out again with loads of space either side behind there. And the same there. Same on the other side, the drawers there. But we do find if we've got too much hanging up, unfortunately, it does make it quite difficult to open the drawers. So the reality is, again, it looks loads of space, but the reality is you're pretty much going to fill this or fill the drawers, to be fair. It's not something you would use both easily. There's a drawer into the garage, door into the garage even, so that goes into there. So again, if you wanted to get into the garage to get something and it was raining outside, or you felt security wise you didn't want to leave the vehicle, that does that. Oven and grill, again, the grill, not very good whatsoever, to be fair. Oven works, I suppose that's about your best you can do it. So we tend to sort of like, we do a little bit, but ultimately a microwave is something we use a lot, or we can use the hobs there. But the oven and the grill, yeah, and not the greatest, unfortunately. But I'm sure that's not just this one. I do hear a lot of people on the sites not complaining, but mentioning that their grill and oven isn't particularly fantastic. And yes, another light underneath. There we are. So there we are. And again, loads of space in the drawers, self-closed drawers, plug points, sockets everywhere. We have got a power bank, but we tend to find we don't really use it that much, really, to be fair. Lynn sometimes she'll use it if she wants to dry her hair. Obviously, you know, doesn't use it that much, but if she wanted to, on electric hookup, it's not a problem, of course. But if we're not, then at least she can use the power bank and get her hair dried that way, or a toaster or anything like that. No problems at all. So there we are. That's our Chausson 660, a little bit of a detailed tour there. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I would appreciate I learned about this van as we were using it. I noticed if you put the van on limiter, so say for example it's 30 miles an hour, press the limiter button, as the speed changes on the sign, so if you go from 30 to a 20 to a 50, the limiter will automatically adjust the speed. Great help if you're in Wales, because obviously with all these 20 mile an hours cropping up everywhere, and the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, you really don't, you obviously have to keep an eye on it. Occasionally it misreads a sign, but if you keep your eye on it, probably 95% of the time, whenever you go past a sign, the vehicle will automatically adjust the limiter. And how that works, there's a camera on the window just under the mirror on the other side, and that basically is what links up with the road signs. Great thing to have, that one. And I must admit, when I was explaining that to River Motorhomes when I went down there for a couple of jobs we needed doing, they didn't know that. So a nice feature. So I don't know whether it happens in your van, but if you've got a Chausson and put the limiter on, have a look as you go through the various road signs, or the speed signs as you look. See if yours automatically changes. Great benefit. So there we are. That was my review of our Chausson 660 etape line. Hopefully you really enjoyed the experience. I'd like to know, if you've got a Chausson, how do you find it? In particular, whether you find the seats comfy or not. I certainly didn't, but we're sort of going to change that in the near future. So thank you for joining the channel. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a follow. I'll love you forever. Take care, my friends. Till the next time. Ciao. Now then, As I've explained in one of my earlier videos, I'm also a professional magician, so I thought I'll incorporate a couple of little tricks that come in handy. I've got a little pen here, ballpoint pen. Keep an eye on the point. Don't look at the lid, look at the point. Now, because I've said don't look at the lid, I know some of you will, but if you keep your eye on the point, and you've already missed it because the point has now gone to the other end. Now then, there's the point. If you give it a little shake and a blow, it comes down the other end. And for the third time you've missed it once again, the point goes back to the other end. So there we are, just a normal ballpoint pen. And of course, the majority of people think, well, yeah, but obviously if there was a witness here, you could actually examine the pen. Absolutely nothing wrong. So there we are, Kevin J Magician.